This segment, I'm going to talk about, well, more about the possibility of Blade 4 and Wesley Snipes playing it, and Dwanye Johnson playing Black Adam for DC. For the Black Adam part, I don't really have that much to say. I think it's a terrible move. Just keeps confirming to me that DC doesn't know what they're doing. Now, there's rumors that it's not going to even be part of the larger DC continuity. I don't know if that's true. I don't believe that. I think eventually when they start to look at it, they're going to want to intertwine it with their normal cinematic universe. I could be wrong. But the move just feels very strange. Like in general, I don't really have anything against Dwayne Johnson. He's a pretty cool actor. Don't like to see him as a main character in the movie, but he's a good side guy. So as Black Adam, I don't know. It just doesn't. It just something about it. It doesn't really feel right. Like when I saw Van Diesel might be Black Bolt in Inhumans, I said I could see that. And I think sometimes what's going on, just little things like that, really can set the pace of the movie. You gotta have really good skills at picking the right people for the right roles, and then even in a sense, in general, like have an idea what are you doing. Because I think with the Justice League project, they're gonna push it in the Superman versus Batman, which Superman versus Batman was desperate enough. Then you push it where the real reason of it is because you want to introduce the Justice League. So then, if that's, let's say that's successful, you come out with the Justice League. Still seems rushed. I don't really think DC understands. It's not really about DC before this, before the explosion of Marvel, had the more recognizable characters. So I think they're missing the point that Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, people have seen so many stories with them. Not Wonder Woman as much, but definitely Batman, Superman. So I think what's going on is that they want to push the Justice League, but before the Avengers rose, you could make the argument more people knew about the Justice League than the Avengers in terms of mainstream. So the Avengers is still kind of like a newer story to mainstream people, where Batman, Superman, not. So I don't think they understand that at all. And what happens is, till then you say, all right, the Justice League is still not as known as Batman, Superman, even though Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are all part of the Justice League. But then they just want to introduce them in one shot, or they don't want to build it up. It's very risky doing that, and especially since you don't really need to do it. Time Warner, like their studios doesn't really need even DC Comics as much, like, to blow up. Like, they make other movies. So I think that they can take their time with it, but they don't seem like they want to. I think they see all the billions that Marvel's making, and they want to be able to match that. So hope it works out for them. It's gonna be entertaining. I'm talking shit, but I'm gonna still see. I'm gonna still see the movie Black Adam anyway when it's time. So, comic book fans will see it, but the move just feels strange. Now, Wesley Snipes being Blade 4. First of all, I would like to say that's a rumor. I don't even believe it myself. As more rumor comes out, now they're saying he's gonna get $3 million for the movie plus profits. I just don't believe that. I don't. I mean, is it a good move? I think it's a great move. I think they brought Blade back, and I don't really think anyone else could play it believably. I think if you put somebody else in Blade, Blade's gonna be a side character, and it's gonna be maybe a Netflix show, which could still work in my opinion. But I think if you want it for the big screen, yeah, I think Wesley played it so well. When you think of it, you think of him. Problem is, though, he's in his 50s. If they're gonna make a movie, they better make it now. And then if they make it, it might have to be rated R. I mean, I can't see a Blade movie PG-13. Marvel tends to like PG-13 stuff, so that's a clash. Now, would it be cool? Of course. To see Blade in the Avengers universe, I don't even really have to want, because the cool thing about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and even the potential DC Cinematic Universe, which I think a lot of people miss, it's not so much the characters have to be in the big screen. But for me, as a fan, watching it, knowing that these people are in the same universe, just sets a whole different parameter, in my opinion. And I think that's what most people miss. So Blade don't even have to meet all the Avengers, which I prefer him not to. But yet, the fact that if you could incorporate that story in the Avengers universe, yeah, it just makes it look cooler to me. So I think from that, I think the Blade movies made about what? I haven't looked it up, but I think 200, 300 mil worldwide. Like each, with the Marvel backing, they can easily double that. And that's the thing where I think DC's missing. If you get $500-600 million for Blade, right, and Guardians of the Galaxy is at $600 million and counting, then that's to me that's what it's really more about than anything else. To me, it's really more about the second tier characters coming in and holding up the cinematic universe, That's really gonna be if the cinematic universe is gonna exist or stay alive as an entity. If you're just depending on Spider-Man, Batman, Fantastic Four, X-Men, I know Marvel doesn't control X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Batman. I mean, not Batman. Well, Batman too, but X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man, they don't control it cinematically. But the point is, though, if you're depending on your mainstream characters, it's never going to work as well. Why do you think Fox got trigger happy when they saw X-Men did it and then they say they want to do Mystique movie and Gambit movie? Is that going to work? Of course not. But you have to, in a sense, build the second-tier characters. That's the key to any cinematic universe. And I think one factor everyone is missing is when they all exist in the same universe. I mean, as a fan, even if they never meet, the fact that you watch it on screen and know that, the fact that you do Guardians of the Galaxy and Star-Lord from Earth, and the Avengers are on Earth, it just subconsciously hits the right buttons. So Wesley Snipes, Blade 4, Marvel, I hope they work it out. Will they? I don't see it. I just don't think Marvel will go that direction. But hopefully they do. Till next time.